Hey guys, welcome back to Soul of the Nightfall for week 28, where we are back fighting Omni Gold with the Arcburn, Lightswitch, and Angry modifiers. This is among the hardest, if not the hardest modifiers to deal with for the Will of Crota strike when a burn mod is enabled. Week 21 featured all burns, and week 24 featured Juggler instead of Arcburn. Nearly all melee in this place is arc charged, so Lightswitch and Arcburn equals death in one hit, regardless of your level. The melee captains are arc melee, the stealth vandals are arc melee, the thralls are arc melee, the hallowed thrall explode for arc, literally everything is arc damage here. For the first room, I use Gellion's Demise, Murmur, and Thunderlord, but any arc heavy machine gun will do. You don't need a sniper for this room at all, really, and Murmur is pretty good for getting rid of Shanks using either solar or arc damage. Work on taking out the captains as quickly as possible, especially the melee ones. They're going to be hiding a lot, they want to try and sneak up on you. Keep an eye on them, keep an eye on your radar. Soon after you kill a bunch of enemies, you'll hear the sounds of Shanks and stealth vandals coming. The Shanks come first, followed by the vandals. You should be standing very far back, taking out both sets of enemies. Note that you don't need to kill the melee captains for these to spawn. They're non-major, so no big deal, just don't let them near you. As you kill more things in the room, you'll have the Hive attack. This includes a ton of Thrall, a ton of them. Keep staying back and mow down the Thrall as they come down the stairs. There's going to be a lot. Don't underestimate them, and remember that a single melee hit from one of them will kill you. You're also going to have to deal with some Boomer Knights, and these can rush you in that first room that you walk into. If you ever see a Knight, you need to burst it the hell down, use whatever means necessary, because if you die here, it'll most likely be to that. Once the Knights are clear the rest of the room. When you hear Eris speak again, that means a big wave of Fallen is coming from where you're supposed to be going. If you can shoot them all as they're funneling into the room, that's good. Do not rush up there either. Clear everything in the room. Even 2 or 3 dregs shooting at you will kill you. At this point, I switch to Patience and Time and an Arc Deviant Gravity machine gun. Murmur is decent here, but being able to take stuff out from afar is much better. Biggest thing to look out for here, right off the bat, are the Shanks that spawn eventually. Sometimes they'll spawn outside and wander inside. Sometimes they'll just spawn out of nowhere. Sometimes they'll spawn behind you. Whatever happens, you need to take cover and then take them out one by one. You're also going to have stealth melee vandals spawning around the same time, so retreat as far back as you need to stay safe. If anything here kills you, it'll probably be that. There are going to be a lot of Fallen ships coming in and dropping off more Fallen. I think it's 4 ships worth. Whatever you do, do not go outside until all of these ships have dropped off Fallen, because the blast from the ship's guns will kill you basically instantly. Early into the dropships, you're going to have 2 major melee captains rush you, and you're not going to be able to stun them because of the Angry modifier. Anything else that rushes you at this point is probably a non-major until we get towards the end of this section. Continue to kill until you only have captains remaining, then take them out slowly from afar with your sniper. Just play very patiently, continue sniping captains and taking out vandals and dregs. Don't forget about the vandal that's way above you when you first walk out of the area. There are 5 stealth major melee vandals down by where the mini-boss is. Be very careful of them. I don't know if they follow you or not, but I kill them just to not take any chances. Coming up to the first Hive section, when you first encounter Omni Gold, you're going to have a lot of Thrall rushing you along with Hallowed Thrall and a melee knight. Retreat as needed, you're going to need to. Once all of that is clear, you're going to have 2 major wizards waiting for you. Just stay back and take them out. Their damage will kill you insanely fast. Sprinkled throughout the area are Hallowed Thrall that explode. just snipe them, and you'll also have the non-major Boomer Knight up high on the ledge to snipe. You'll need to do a little bit of damage to Omni Gold to get her to spawn the next wave of Hive, and there's a lot of it, including an Ogre and 3 major melee knights. You'll want to retreat pretty far back to deal with them. After those guys are down, go back to the hill and work on the Boomer Knights off to the left, along with any remaining Hallowed Thrall. The last thing you'll have to deal with are the Acolytes. Some of them are major, some of them are not major, and some of them have boomer guns. Do not underestimate them. Now it's time for Omni Gold. For starters, you should be killing literally everything in the room before you consider going after Omni Gold. All it takes is one poorly placed shot or one badly timed movement, and you're right back to orbit. Main things to worry about are the set of Thrall and non-major melee knight that will rush you from the left. You should kill the Thrall and the melee knight first before doing anything else. Just stay back until they show up. If you need to tease them out, do it cautiously. You can jump up on that ledge and kind of peek for them. To get rid of the major Boomer Knight on the stairs in front of you, stand very far back and crouch. Use an arc sniper to take him out. If you can't hit its head, just pop him in the chest a few times. It's tough to get 2 rapid shots on his head. Usually you can get 1 and then the shield comes up, so be careful trying to go for 2 shots. There's also a non-major Boomer Knight to your left. You can just jump on the ledge to take that one out. When everything is dead, and I mean everything, that's when you can start working on Omni Gold. When she reaches around 75% health, new adds will spawn, and this process repeats itself. Each time you remove 25% of her health, she'll spawn more and more enemies for you to kill. At 75%, she'll spawn a non-major wizard. At 50%, it'll be 2 non-major wizards, and at 25%, it'll be 1 major and 1 non-major wizard. I ended up killing the wizards last after I killed everything on the ground floor because it's basically impossible to fight them otherwise. Be aware that the major wizard at 25% can go down onto the ground floor and can come in right into the room where you stand in, so be careful. At 50 and 25%, you'll have to deal with 2 sets of Thralls and melee knights. Just be ready for that. You'll also have to deal with a knight that spawns in the top right room. He uses a boomer gun. Try to hit it with a grenade because it'll be in the corner most likely. If you can get it to come into line of sight, heavy it down and then book it. You can kill it either before or after the wizards are down. It doesn't really matter when you do it as long as you're safe while you do it. Also at 50%, you're going to have additional Boomer Knights spawning on the far side of the room. These can be really obnoxious to take out because they wander a bit and will seemingly never stop shooting. Just be patient, wait for them to stop, and take a quick scan of the area to try to take them out. The last big thing you need to worry about are the cursed and hallowed Thrall that spawn in the doorway in the room that you stand in. They'll spawn at around 66 and 33% of Omni Gold's health. You'll need to have your eyes glued to the radar to make sure you don't fall victim to a flank. Jump up on that ledge as soon as you see your radar flashing. They're easy enough to kill, but you just need to be watching out for them. 33% Omni Gold will spawn a little bit more of them. She also spawned them around 5% of her health, which I don't remember being a thing from the previous times, so watch out for that as well. When Omni Gold approaches very low health, around 2%, she will summon another wave of adds to kill, so really lay on the damage at her super low health, everything that you have. If she doesn't die before then, just take it slow and clear adds as needed. She'll usually be able to be killed in a few sniper shots, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to run the entire Omni Gold fight from start to finish from when I did it. That is your Nightfall from week 28. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Ugh. Oh, thank God. Oh, I did not want to do that again. Alright, what are we getting?